if I had your brand, I would start doing like spin-off brands like DamiWhere, DamiWhen, DamiWho. You know what I mean? Just start doing spin-off. You never know.
That's how I got How Foodie. It's like
How Foodie.
It's like it's all linked.
Branding.
I mean?
Exactly.
What I'm saying. You got to make sure you got
top guys. This is the kind of people I bring on the show, guys. Come on. Obviously, this is the Emmanuel Ajayi podcast, the show where we discuss all things branding and creative. I am your host, Emmanuel Ajayi, also known as the Branding Connoisseur. Make sure you grab a notepad and some snacks and kick back and relax. Right now, you're listening to the Emmanuel Ajayi podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel Ajayi, and right now I'm joined by Dami, the owner of DamiHow. She's best known as the founder of DamiHow, which featured in Women's Health, British Vogue magazine, and won the Business of the Year award at the Black Awards. And there's a question I like to ask Dami, and it's, what does branding mean to you?
I think branding's what gives the brand its like image, and it's what attracts people to the brand.
Okay, that was sweet. That was quite short. Yeah, okay. No, that's all right. Still, yeah, it's what attracts people to the brand. Yeah, that's right. So for the people that don't know you and who you are, just tell us about yourself and how you got into what you do.
So as you know, I'm Dami. I founded DamiHow 2 years ago, so it was 2 years in February since the brand launched. Before that, I was just into fitness. Like, it all just started from just summer body summer, you know, going to the gym for that, and then it just became a bit more like serious rather than just gym body. It was like fitness, and so like buying like lots of gym wear and stuff. And I was like, I think I've always wanted a clothing brand. But I just thought nothing really fits. Like, it would just be for the sake of doing it. And obviously got into fitness. And I thought, you know what? Like, I really enjoy fitness and I enjoy like looking good in the gym. So this is actually something that I'll have a passion for and actually want to do. Okay. So that's how it basically started.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the process of getting into actually selling fitness wear?
What do you mean the process?
So like, you liked working out in the gym. Mm-hmm. It was a somebody motive kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what inspired you to actually go forth and be like, I want to start my own brand and sell fitness wear?
I think it was just, I couldn't really find exactly what I wanted to wear. Like, I'll just have like stars in my head. I was like, I can't actually find it. And I didn't just want a clothing brand. I wanted something to mean something to people, and I just felt like there wasn't a lot of black female in fitness in the UK, like around me anyway. So I felt like that was a kind of way to promote fitness and actually not even just black women but females in general, just making them feel more confident in fitness. And so it was not just a clothing brand to kind of like make money, but it was more of the purpose behind it as well.
Okay, that's amazing. So like, you saw it as kind of a gap in the market kind of thing, and you just took it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well done.
Thank you.
So we know you love taking gym selfies. We've seen your Instagram. Can you give us like a gym selfie tip?
I don't know. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to like. I've got like 100 pictures of one pose trying to.
I'm sure you have like something.
You got to have DamiHow to get the right picture.
You what?
Yeah, you got to have DamiHow.
Oh, okay, okay.
Otherwise,
DamiHow, yeah.
Doesn't really make sense.
Okay. All right, okay. Selfish plugging that.
Yeah, it gives you that boost, that motivation.
So I wanted to know, are you actually, just clear it up for us, are you actually a qualified personal trainer, or are you just a fitness enthusiast?
Just a fitness enthusiast.
Oh, okay, all right. Nah, I just want to clear that.
No.
One thing I also wanted to know from your opinion, because you don't really talk about things like this, or I haven't seen you talk about it, is what's your opinion on BBLs and Slim T?
I mean, I don't know. I think people just do whatever they feel like will make them feel confident, and whatever options are displayed to them and what they see others doing. I just feel like if people want to do it, that's them. Obviously, they have better options.
Yeah.
I think people just see it as there's only a certain extent fitness can, in terms of like the physical side of things, there's only a certain extent it can get to, and it might not be what their goal is. I don't know. I don't really have much to say. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do it personally, but that doesn't mean because someone else does it, it's kind of yeah, that's why I think that's
What
why I
about
don't
the
speak on
people
it.
that they do BBLs and then you start promoting?
Yeah, that I
20
can't.
and
That's not fair. It's not fair on people
or
because
fitness plans.
yeah, it's not fair because a lot of people people just starting their fitness journey and trying to achieve a certain. Because a lot of people start in terms of to change how they look, and then obviously seeing someone who's gotten stuff done, they feel like, oh yeah, I can get this body if I do this, and they spend lots of money on people that don't even know what they're doing, and it's just not fair. Like that's one thing I don't agree on. If you're gonna do your enhancements or whatever you're gonna do, it's not fair to then sell plans and act like that's how you got that achievement.
I mean, did you download the Gymshark?
I did a couple of them, but I
downloaded everything.
I downloaded a few, but it was just so many. I was just like,
there was bears. I tried to copy into my G drive, but it just
that wasn't working.
But there's a way to do it, but obviously I couldn't do all of them. And most of them were just for girls. So I was like, I have a few, but yeah. So recently you posted something on Twitter of you. There was a video of you. Was it a squat or was it deadlift? Can't remember. It was your your personal best.
Yeah.
And you just got not a lot, but a few hateful comments. So I wanted to ask, because I would say you're quite strong, physically strong, than a lot of men. So what do you have to say about people who would maybe be intimidated by your strength?
I don't have anything to say to them, to be fair, because usually the guys, men, whoever that, usually make weird comments to people who don't train and don't know what they're doing. So I just don't care. I just don't care because you're not really telling me anything beneficial. You need to get in the gym and learn from me or something. But I don't really have much to say to them because you can just tell that it's just people that don't train and they're just looking for something to point out. There's nothing there.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, you heard it. Haters gonna hate.
Exactly.
And how does it go?
I don't remember, but that's what it is.
So I know I've been printing your page as well, and you have a page called How Foodie, which is a meal prep page you run on Instagram as well. I've seen some of the images on there. Looks quite delicious.
Thank
you. Could you give me a menu of your top 3 meal prep dishes? Yeah.
I think rice and chicken is standard fitness meal prep.
Rice and chicken, brown rice or white rice?
I don't like brown rice. I tried to do the whole brown rice thing. It didn't work for me. I'd rather have couscous instead of brown rice.
Couscous.
Couscous, yeah.
What is couscous? Because I actually don't know what that is.
It's like chopped. I would say kind of like chopped up rice. Not really, but it's kind of how you describe it. But it's really nice.
Yeah.
That would be my alternative instead of brown rice.
Because I was gonna ask longer in the basmati, but you said couscous. So.
Yeah, that's a good alternative.
Yeah. So what? In terms of fitness, can you eat jollof rice?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I think there's this myth that you can't eat African foods if you're into fitness or watching your diet. Everything is in moderation. If you want to have jollof rice, have it. Yeah. Just know what your goal is. If you need to have a small portion, if you need to have a larger portion, you just need to sort of moderation.
Yeah, I don't know where I heard this, but someone said that we Africans we eat our sides in massive proportions, because you know how when you go to a restaurant, you got your protein, which is your meat, and you have your side, which is rice or carbs. Our side is bigger than the main. So I just found that funny, but
I think it's just moderation really, and obviously how much salt and seasoning and stuff you're putting in.
So I heard salt retains a lot of water, so that's water weight and that. It's not easy, but to be fair, we gotta season our food, man.
Exactly.
We're here for a long time. No, a good time. We're here for a good time. Not a long time. I'm joking. So what were your second meal prep?
What else would I have? Pasta. Just pasta and some veg, and I'll add protein. There could either be salmon or chicken. That's 2. And then 3, probably potatoes and any protein. So.
What did you eat today?
Today, I didn't prep this week.
You didn't prep?
Wow. But I had cottage pie.
She's human, guys.
Yeah. Had cottage pie and some greens.
It's quite British.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So another thing I've noticed with your brand is, by the way, as well. But actually, before I get into that, DamiHow. Could you explain the name? Obviously, I have an idea of how the name came about, but just could you explain?
It's weird because I think it was just from I had a my personal Instagram used to be called DamiHow, and I just made it DamiHow because I didn't want to put my full name on Instagram. And then when I thought of the idea of the brand, I just thought, DamiHow, like I like this name, like it's unique, like I just like it, and that was it really. And then obviously like cheesy stuff like DamiHow, how did you do it, kind of stuff like that, along those lines. But exactly.
No, it's sick.
But I feel like it has like an exciting kind of sound to it.
Personally, if I had your brand, I would start doing like spin-off brands like DamiWhere, DamiWhen, DamiWho. You know what I mean? Just start doing spin-off. You never know.
That's how I got How Foodie.
How Foodie.
It's like it's all links.
Branding.
I mean?
Exactly.
Exactly. You got to make sure you got
top guys. This is the kind of people I bring on the show, guys. Come on. But yeah, like you put a lot of great content on social media. So I wanted to ask, like, what's your relationship with Blank Towel?
So they reached out to me. They reached out to me sometime, and basically just said they wanted to work, and I was confused. I was like, I don't know exactly what you want, and then we ended up meeting up, shooting a video, and then the vibes was just there. They understood the potential of the brand, like they saw the brand going far, which meant a lot. Because I'm quite restrictive of who I allow to kind of work with the brand. Yeah. So they saw the vision and they saw the potential before even me having to say anything. And
Black-owned?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
that's
exactly.
what we like.
And they just had really good goals that they wanted to help DamiHow with, and that's how it basically started.
That's sick. Well, shout out to Blank Towel. They're doing amazing stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully they interview me one day. I'm not an athlete. It's calm. But going on that point as well, so what's your thought process in terms of finding like models and influencers to represent your brand?
I just search through Instagram really. Like it would just be it would just be random. Like I'll probably just be on Instagram, not even thinking about models, and I'll see someone like, oh okay, like you kind of look like you with the brands, like you kind of know how to present yourself. So I kind of just like save their picture, and then when it comes to like times I need a shoot, I'll just reach out. Sometimes I get desperate and I have to put out a post. I need a
putting
model.
out posts is a form of desperation.
Kind of, yeah. That's when it's got into like last minute, or I generally just want people to reach out. Okay. But a lot of the times I usually just pick from like people that I've seen already.
The look.
Yeah.
Makes
I
sense.
just feel like just match the brand.
Is diversity on the forefront of that? Because I noticed you have a quite diverse range of models. Some slim, different shades, tones.
Yeah, definitely.
Tall, short.
That's definitely because I don't want to make, again, the brand's to make you feel confident in fitness. It doesn't make sense if I just use one type of female, one type of size. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't follow the brand's purpose. It's definitely to be diverse.
That's fantastic. So I know you did an event called Synergy. How did you go about putting together a fitness class?
That was a really good event. It was the highlight of summer. Again, Blank Towel helped with that. So it was a partnership between DamiHow and Blank Towel. And it was a really great event.
That's fantastic.
We've been speaking about trying to put on an event, and the Synergy collection from DamiHow came about, and we thought that was a good opportunity to promote the wear and also get girls together to work out.
And that goes on to my next point as well. So you recently had a brand refresh. And I wanted to ask, along with you had a new collection of fitness wear, including a men's collection as well. So could you explain how you developed your new brand mark?
In terms of putting in the menswear, or just
just in general, like because you got a new brand mark now, like the
logo.
Yeah. How did you develop that?
I just worked with my manufacturer to get that, so I just basically sent him kind of like shapes that I liked, and I still wanted it to still be able to see that DH in it without being cheesy or very obvious. Something that can be placed anywhere, and it's still for it to still be recognizable. So you see it and you think, okay, that's DamiHow. I basically worked with a manufacturer to get that.
Manufacturer? I thought you was going to say you sketched it or designed it.
No. So we basically just talked through it, and he said he'll help me out. So we have quite a good relationship.
Okay.
So that's how it just came about. I can't say that. Can't tell you.
Everyone's always keeping it to their chest about this information. I hear that. No, you can't give the secrets away. It's calm. So like, can you tell me something I wouldn't know about this whole clothing industry thing? You know, if I wanted to start my own, is there anything I need to?
Something you wouldn't know? I don't think there's any secrets. I think the only thing is, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I haven't figured it out yet then. But I think the only thing is finding the right manufacturer and building that trust.
What's the process of that then? You just go on Google manufacturer.com?
Yeah, when I first started, that's what I was doing. Literally took me months. I was traveling up to North London, so there's a lot of manufacturers in North London, and I was basically going there.
Wait, where?
North London.
North London?
Yeah.
Oh.
So travelling up there after work, they used to close like at 5. I used to try and quickly get off work at 4 so I can get there just before they close.
Okay.
This was all like Google search. So yeah, I ended up finding one, doing some work with them, but I just like the cost is just, it's ridiculous trying to like manufacture in the UK.
Is it is your brand a development of your manufacturers? Because you came out with DamiHow Circle, then you came out with DamiHow just by itself, text.
Yeah.
Then you now came.
You've been watching.
Nike. I was like, yeah, okay, symbols and that. I think when I first did DH, that one I got an actual logo person to do it. Okay.
I did an actual designer to do it. I think I just settled for that one, and I just knew at some point I was going to change it.
Yeah, you knew, okay. But is it, you see the clothing, because the clothing changed as well, so has it always been the same manufacturer? Or,
no.
That's what I was saying. So how many manufacturers did you have?
3. 3,
okay.
Yeah.
And do you think you're at a point where you're going to keep doing amazing pieces with your current manufacturer, or is manufacturers a thing you always have to keep?
It just depends on who your manufacturer is, and what they do and what they can provide to you, and how much the length they can go to for you. Because when I first started my manufacturer, the stuff was just like we had to remake leggings. I wish I could show you a picture. I had to remake the leggings like more than 10 times until it got perfect. But I don't know why. I think because he was so adamant to try and get it right. So I was like, okay, this is someone who really wants to get something right. So I was patient, waited, kept doing it until we got it right, and they're still manufactured till now. It's been like nearly a year, so I've been using the same manufacturer.
Damn.
And we've just built a really good relationship. So it's not even just me passing on what ideas I have, it's him just sending through ideas to me as like, oh, this might be a good thing. I found some new fabrics that are better quality. I found this, found that. So we have a really good relationship. I think that's one thing that's really important, like really building that relationship and trust with your manufacturer.
How do you build that though? Just what, emails or?
Just constantly speak. Like with me, I'm constantly chasing, and just every little detail, even if it's something so small, I'll be like, this isn't right, I'm not happy.
Oh, okay.
Like we have to.
Communication is key. Yeah,
key. So I think another thing is samples. Just always making sure that I'm happy with my samples before I go into production. And
How many samples do you usually get?
Now it's less. Before it was like so many. So now I get maybe 1 or 2.
Of each
get it right.
thing?
Yeah.
And you wear it, see how it is.
Yeah. So wear it, test it out, see how it is. I was like, okay, cool, let's go into production.
Awesome. So how did you do that for the men's collection?
So I had, exactly. I still wore it just to see. No, I had.
You know, girls that steal their boyfriend's jumper and that. Yeah.
But no, I have my friend who, who helped me to try it on and work it out in the gym, see how it is, make sure it works as a. Because I don't really know how guys like to have their clothes to feel. Do they want it loose? Want it to be tight?
Wait, you have a boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Did you try it on?
Yeah, he tried it on as well.
Okay, so what was the feedback?
It was. At first, it was. So I've been wanting to launch menswear since like I even started the brand, but it just.
Because I had a feeling it was just for women empowerment, just women.
No, so obviously that was it. But I wanted to base it much earlier on, but it just wasn't up to scratch. It just wasn't the way I wanted it to be.
Fair enough.
And
I feel like you got a niche.
Yeah, so I thought, you know what, I put it on hold. I was like, okay, let's focus on women. Let's get it to a point where it's really good, build the brand, and then expand.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. But that's good. So like in terms of the menswear, when did you, what was the moment you felt like this was the right time to now launch? Because you could have still waited and built your brand.
I think it was me being happy with how the actual clothing's turned out. Like, okay, this is good quality, this is how it should fit, this is nice. And also just a lot of guys just saying, like, we want DamiHow men's, like, we want DamiHow men's.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like, okay, it's marked the 2 years of the brand.
Yeah.
It's time to get some menswear out.
You know what you should do? You should do, actually, would you do a synergy for guys?
In terms of the same type of...
Or just in general, just like...
Oh, would you mean the event, or do you mean...
Just like an event or...
Yeah, definitely. That's something that I want to happen. I'm not sure if I want to make it guys and girls, or if I want to separate it out. I might do both, have one...
No, I think you should separate it, because I feel like a lot of girls I've spoken to, they feel quite, anxious about working out in the gym with guys. And I think the space you create with synergy is good, because, girls can just be themselves, work out, and network. And, but get them as well. We need our own space, because once you got girls in the room,
you get distracted.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. So.
But definitely a men's one that I want to happen as well, because I feel like guys don't really go to classes, because everyone feels like you feel like you know what you're doing,
you
innit?
could be the first one.
So it's definitely along the lines.
Okay, that's cool. So like in terms of in the gym, what do you like doing? What's your favourite workout?
Deadlifting.
I love deadlifting. You know what? That is my least favourite, I would say.
No, it's become my favourite. I used to hate it so much. I hated it so much because I just couldn't pick up the weight.
Yeah.
Oh, hated it.
No, what's your personal best?
170.
God dang. 170. Listen, as big as I am, I'm not gonna lie, I'll struggle. I don't think I'm not lifting that. So I'm not even gonna cap. I'm not lifting that. Bench, we're talking now.
I hate bench. God.
Okay, I see. But, would you do like you know what you should do as well? You should do like if you're going to do an event for guys, you could do like your own powerlifting competition of some sort. I don't know. Just unite the random.
I think it'll be, something along those lines could happen. I think powerlifting specifically might need a lot of...
Because you've powerlifted as well.
No, I'm going to.
Oh, I thought you competed already.
No.
You haven't? Oh, you're going to compete. Where are you competing?
Where?
Yeah,
it's at a gym called Built Differently in North London.
When is that?
End of the month.
Damn, you training?
Yeah, I'm training. I'm trying.
Okay,
soon.
Good luck.
Nervous.
Gonna wear that DamiHow, yeah?
Yeah,
that
have
fresh
to.
one.
Have to.
What colourway?
I don't know. I think I might just wear the ones that's got the prints where it says DamiHow, so you just know.
So you know, yeah.
You just know. Like, you just
so
remember.
what's your favourite piece that you have?
Oh, it changes every time.
Let me just say the ones I like. I like your new red ones, because obviously I like red. But I also like the green ones. The old,
cool.
School,
Yeah.
You know what? This is a bit childish. I'm not gonna lie, but obviously I like Power Rangers. Innit? You know, Tommy,
I've gotten that so many times.
Morphin. Yeah, Green Ranger. Yeah, I saw that one. I was like, if I was a girl, I was rocking that one. But yeah, what are your favourite pieces that you made? Let's give me your top 3.
It's so hard. It's hard to say that. I think it just depends on what time of the year it is and what I'm training.
Okay, this time of the year, what are your top 3?
I think the Synergy.
Okay.
And the Essentials.
Synergy is the red one?
Yeah, that's the burgundy and the grey.
Okay, burgundy and the grey.
And then Essentials, that's the pullover, the plain. And the track collection.
What's that one again?
That's the one with the prints. This is DamiHow long.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's sick. So talk to me about how you got into Vogue as well.
They just reached out to me.
Yeah, they just found you out of the blue and just said, we want to feature you.
Yeah, just reached out.
That's
amazing. I thought it was fake. I was thinking,
honestly,
what is
Vogue,
going on?
My dream is to take a photo for Vogue, front cover.
Yeah, that's the goal next.
Listen. Oh, you want to be on there as well? Listen, they need to hold me for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, I need to get back into photography again. Work harder. But I was really impressed when I saw that. I thought, this is serious. But, and you're on women's health as well.
Yeah.
Hi. Credentials. Credentials. This is serious.
Yeah.
What's
good.
the next one next? Essence, or what are we saying? Or I don't
Any-
know. I don't really know magazines.
I don't know magazines, to be
Cosmopolitan. Yeah.
I don't mind. But yeah, it was good to have that acknowledgement and be able to see that the brand fits those magazines.
Because they're women based. And so you have a men's collection now.
Yeah.
And some guys, I feel like some guys think that the men's collection, the way you branded your DamiHow as a whole, is more geared towards females.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what do you think about men, like, purchasing your
I think
goods?
that's understandable because it's been a female brand for like 2 years now. I think that's where it's going to need a lot of work, and where I was a little bit hesitant into how I was going to do it. I think it's going to come with a lot of the branding. So the branding has slightly changed, and I think that's one of the reasons why I changed the logos. So it's more, I guess, gender neutral. So it's just more of it's nothing, you can't say it's a female, you can't say it's a male's brand, it's just
a brand.
Yeah. That's a lot of work that's going to need to be done from now along the months, is just kind of not exactly rebranding, but making it more of a unisex brand.
Okay.
But that is a challenge that we'll face in terms of that transition.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I think it can definitely be done.
No, definitely.
There's already a lot of excitement and hype at the moment for it, so it's not like it's impossible.
I see you putting like videos of the guys working out and pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So what products do you have? Do you only have the what's it called?
So it's just a pullover first.
So when's the bottoms coming?
That's coming soon.
Yeah. I think once
Very
the bottoms
soon.
come, maybe guys, because I feel like from what I know, men usually buy tracksuit bottoms more, because we used to wear like vests or t-shirts or something topless. But I think so maybe tracksuit bottoms.
Yeah. So the bottoms are definitely coming very soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So like, branding is about being unique in a marketplace, and you're in the fitness industry, which is a very saturated market. So I wanted to ask, how has DamiHow stayed, relevant and stood out within that marketplace?
I think it's to do with the purpose behind the brand. Again, not just being just a clothing brand, but a brand that's trying to empower people to feel confident in fitness, not just for the sake of just being in the gym, summer body stuff. It's actually investing in your health, feeling confident in fitness, because there's a lot of people that are still intimidated by going to the gym and actually trying to find that confidence to get their health back. So I think that's helped a lot in terms of allowing the brand to stand out and not just being a clothing brand. And I think in terms of the way the clothes even look itself, it's different to what's being put out there. And I think it's just a messaging of the brand.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's
You
deep.
sound
That's deep stuff. No, that's good. It's good. I feel like a lot of people don't put a lot of thought into their branding, so they just get a logo, just do they just get on with business.
Yeah, exactly.
But because they haven't thought of the foundation of what their brand actually means and why they exist, they're struggling to find their target market and stuff. So it's like,
I think that's
it's
what it
good
is.
to see that you've done well, but you can clearly see that you've actually thought about why your brand is here. Yeah. So that's good. Well done.
Thank you.
So lastly, if you have any, if you had one piece of advice for anyone starting their business, similar to yours or just in general, what would it be?
I would say take your time. Like, don't rush to put out something. There has been times I've put a rush to put out something, I've regretted it. Also, you have some regrets sometimes, but I think the main thing is just don't rush.
Okay.
Know why you're starting the brand. Exactly.
Okay.
Like, know why you're starting the brand. Like, especially when it comes to clothing, like you said, a lot of people just get stuff, slap a logo on it. Like, you've got to think further.
I do that as well. Like, I'm wearing,
but that's different though. That's like a mercury. That's different. Do you know what I mean? If you're really gonna want a long-lasting brand, you're gonna have to invest in a manufacturer.
So you can't just stick your logo on something and think that's branding.
Yeah,
basically.
because like there's people that I've seen they've just like got wholesale stuff and put their logo on it. I mean, it's fine. It depends on what you're doing, but if you're gonna do clothing, especially in, I don't know, say fitness for example, like I've seen like different brands with the same exact,
Oh, really?
like, do you know what I mean?
Design.
Yeah,
And
same
it's just-
exactly. You just know that it wasn't,
Yeah.
you didn't design that yourself.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think,
So there's no reason to go to you.
yeah, because it's like
Yeah.
there's so many other people, or I can go to the where you actually got it from.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's really put in that effort to come up with stuff yourself, or work with someone else. You need to work with a designer to help you
Yeah.
design your stuff if you're not too into whatever
Yeah.
it is you're doing.
So how do you design your stuff then?
I just sketch them.
You sketch?
Yeah,
Oh,
not
did you
great.
study fashion design?
I did marketing with fashion, but that doesn't
Oh,
count.
wow.
I just did it for a year.
Interesting. Fun
It
fact.
was-
Really.
But I don't know if that has a
No,
reflection
it does
on what
because
I
you
do. I don't know.
design your own
But
stuff.
I didn't do fashion. It was
Mm.
just, my course was mainly marketing, and then fashion was
Nah,
like,
it's fashion,
related.
man. It's fashion.
Anyway, but no, I would just say no. Honestly, like
Yeah.
have a proper vision for your brand, not
Yeah.
just how much money it's going to make you, but how long it's going to last. What
Yeah.
messaging are you giving to people? Why should people buy from you? Just really taking your time.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna sell products, just make sure you're happy, and don't be afraid to keep getting samples until you're actually happy. And building your trust around maybe your team, your manufacturer, whoever it is that you're going to be working with, you need to have that trust there.
Yeah.
And just be
Awesome.
protective
Do you have
of your
a team?
brand. I kind of do, yeah,
Yeah.
I do. So I have my
I'm
ambassadors.
jealous. Go on.
I have my ambassadors
Yeah.
who obviously help promote the brand.
Okay.
So I have that, and I have Black and Tie. We have like a partnership. So, and yeah, and I have one of my other friend who's joined the team as well, who helps me out on the other creative side of things in terms of like directing the videos
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, awesome. She seems patterned. But yeah. What I was gonna sign off, but I wanted to ask one more thing. So, using your name as a brand, like, what do you think about that? Is it vain or? Because I put my name on everything in it. So, and my mum gets on to me about that. She says I love myself, and I do. But what do you think about
I just think
people using their names as brands?
if you believe in your source and you feel like
Jeez.
that will like take you
Sauce.
there, like me, I can't. Like, I love my name. Like, I want to put DamiHow on
That's what I'm
everything. Like.
So do you feel like everyone who's used their name as a brand, they love their name?
Not
Basically?
necessarily. Sometimes your name just sounds good for something.
Mm.
It just sounds
Yeah.
good, or I don't know. Because
Yeah.
for me personally, I just liked DamiHow. I just felt like it sounded good.
Sounded hard.
It wasn't something that
DamiHow.
was
How?
wasn't something that's already there. It's not a name that you'll probably come by later
yeah,
on
true.
because
Because it's
do you know,
Dami.
it-
You know what I mean?
do you know what I mean?
How many Dami?
And like the combination of my surname. So it just depends on what it is that you're doing and how
Yeah.
much you believe in that, and
Okay.
the way you brand it again, how you present it.
You said if you believe in that, so is that coming from a place of if it flops, you don't want your name attached to it?
I don't want my name attached to it.
So you said like you'd use your name if you believe in it. So would someone not use their name just in case it flops?
I don't know. That's up to people. Might think that.
Oh.
People might think that. It just depends on what.
Because the reason why I'm saying that is because all these designer brands, they're just the names of the
Yeah.
designer. Like even Nike as well.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, not Nike. Not Nike, but like give me
A lot of
Ralph
brands,
Lauren.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't rate designer. I don't really know these designers.
Yeah, I think people just do it if they feel like their name sounds good and they
Yeah.
feel like they want to. I think they attach that to themselves. Like I feel like when your brand is your name, it's more personal.
Yeah.
Because I feel like DamiHow is really personal for me because it's my name as well, and I just feel like I don't know, it's something I really have a passion for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it takes a lot of balls because what I've noticed is a lot of the brands that use their names are quite Eurocentric or they're, I don't know what the word is, but it's just, you know, it's not African.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So if your name's Femi Ogun something, like obviously, but you know what? You should have the confidence to still use that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why not?
You should. You should.
That's what I mean. If you believe in your source and you believe in your
You should.
name,
But why is it that we wouldn't? Because okay, let's imagine you saw that in the fitness.
This is so bad. I get what you're saying, but it's so bad. Why do we have that thought? That's so bad. See, we've been brainwashed to think like our names are not good enough to be of high standards.
That's what I'm saying.
But I hear it, but it's not good, man.
It's not good. No, it's so
not
fake.
good, man.
We've been conditioned by the white man.
It's true. It's true.
No, it's true. No, we need to start using. I'm the first. Emmanuel Ajayi.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? People have butchered my surname so many times, but I'm still here. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
So yeah, if you've got anything to promote, just look at the camera and just tell people what you got going on. And
okay. Follow my personal Instagram. So that's DamiHows, DamiHoWELLS, and follow DamiHow, the fitness page. Sorry, not fitness page. The DamiWhere.
No, start a fitness page. Start.
I'm trying to start this again. Follow my page, DamiHows, DamiHoWELLS. That's my personal page. And then my brand page for the activewear is DamiHow, so DamiHoW. And also follow my meal prep page, which is How Foodie, HOWFOODIE. And that will help you out.
Don't worry, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, the links will be in the description below. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, then just type it as you're listening. But yeah, thank you for coming on the show. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me. It's been good.
Thank you. And obviously, that's been episode 2.
Thank you.
Obviously, this is the Emmanuel Ajayi podcast, the one and only. Thank you for listening. Please share the podcast with fellow like-minded creatives like yourselves, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram @Ajayi360, and have a lovely day.